All right, getting you up to speed on what's going on in the NFL Draft Day 2. And an impact player is off the board, headed to the Chargers. Florida State corner, Asante Samuel Jr., father Asante Sr., four-time Pro Bowler, two-time Super Bowl champion, looking to follow in his father's footsteps, become an elite corner. And that Chargers defense, it was already nasty. Derwin James, unfortunately, suffered a season-ending injury last year. Expect him to be healthy. You got Nasir Adderley in the back, in the secondary there. Now you're adding this kid, Asante Samuel Jr. Over his 3 seasons at FSU from 2018 to 2020, he had 29 passes defended, tied for most in FBS in that span. All right, let's get some instant analysis here. Welcome back, Pete Prisco, Brady Quinn. So the last 2 picks here, we've got Cincinnati going with Jackson Carman, the offensive tackle out of Clemson, 2-year starter there, big beefy guy, which you need to protect Joe Burrow. And then the latest pick here, the Chargers going with Asante Samuel Jr. Pete, your just a reaction from those last 2 picks here.
Well, I think Carman is going to be the right tackle, and when you look at their situation, they'll put Reef in at guard, and it gives them stability at 2 positions, because Reef was going to play right tackle. Jonah Williams will stay at left tackle. So now they have 3 guys that are going to be, pretty much set at their positions, and I think their center's pretty good in Hopkins. So now you just need to find one guard, and you can figure it out, and that's good news for Joe Burrow. As far as Asante Samuel, I love the pick. I love the player. You look at their situation with the Chargers, they have Chris Harris. He's not a kid anymore. Michael Davis, good solid corner, but they need more than that, and I think they're addressing a major need. So I like both these picks, actually.
Cincinnati did exactly what they needed to do coming in this draft. They needed to find another playmaker for Joe Burrow to throw to. They get his former teammate Jamar Chase, arguably the best wide receiver in this draft. Now, that comes with passing up on maybe the best tackle in the draft. Now, they don't have to play musical chairs, though. As you talked about, and we kind of talked about when the pick was made, Jackson Carman now goes to right tackle. Jonah Williams stays a left tackle. But you check that other box of getting protection for Joe Burrow. They might not be done. You might need some depth there, too. But the reality is this is exactly what the Cincinnati Bengals needed to do. And for the Chargers, look, they don't have any holes in their roster. I mean, bottom line is that was another spot where we came into it saying they got to find a left tackle for Justin Herbert. Check. Rashawn Slater. They need to figure out a way of finding another cornerback, too, to help out with some of the coverage, especially when you're playing in a division with a team like the Kansas City Chiefs and all the offensive firepower they have. The Broncos, once they're full and healthy, they're going to have some playmakers, too. And we obviously know a little bit what the Las Vegas Raiders can do with some of their playmakers. So that's what you've got to be able to have on the field right now. They've got that. Once Derwin James comes back healthy with that group in the secondary, it's going to be a nasty, nasty defense.
Not only that, but they traded back to get this pick and added 2 4th-round picks from New England. So a young team building to something needs more swings of the bat. So it makes sense for them. I like what they've done to Bengals.
See, Pete, the Chargers are ready to win right now. Send over Aaron Rodgers. Get some deal done. By the way, I was told.
Please stop with that. Please stop with that.
The Charger facility's in Culver City. Guess what also is in Culver City? The Jeopardy Studios. Like you can play football, host Jeopardy, get a deal done.
Stop it. And I wouldn't do it if I were the Chargers. And I love Aaron Rodgers. I just wouldn't do it.
I know. I mean, Justin Herbert's great, but I'm just trying to throw a little wrinkle in there. I know it's a little try to rile you up. All right, much more ahead here on CBS Sports HQ as we continue to track the 2nd round and the 3rd round into the evening here on CBS Sports HQ. Keep it locked.